guys, it's Jess from Jess InSight. Today, as you can see, I am doing orange glitter crease vibe kind of look. I hope you enjoy and see how I got this look done. So keep on watching and stay tuned for the rest of the video. So again, guys, here I am in all my glory. I did go ahead and start with my brows, so those are done, as you can see. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with my first product. I am going to be using first the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, Satin Finish, and Tan Neutral. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and put it on my eyelids so that I can go ahead and conceal where I'm going to put that color so that it will pop against what I'm trying to do. So we're going to go ahead and put that over and then blend it in to set the eye to get ready for that eye look. Next, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to take my Revelation Banana Deep Baking Powder. I'm going to take a little bit of that just to help set the eye under the eye. I really don't want anything to crease, so usually I don't do this, but because of this look today, I did want to go ahead and pat that in just to give me some extra coverage and help. So once I do that, I'll blend that all in, pat it in, make sure it's settled, no flakes, nothing falling off, and making sure I have a great space to work with. So now that the eye is completely prepped and ready, I'm going to first use my Morphe 3503 Fierce by Nature palette. I'm gonna go ahead and use this first, and I'm going to take the brightest orange I see, which is going to be in that third row, second in. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that orange, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start making my first swipe. So I really just kind of go in almost a oval motion right into my crease, blending as best I can. I'm just gonna really work that in and blend that in to make sure I have a beautiful blended out crease. Of course, I want to always repeat what I do to one side to the other, so I'm going to go ahead and do that also to my second eye. Same color, blending it into my crease. Once I'm all done with that color, I'm going to go back in that same palette, take this lighter orange that I see, again, still on the third row to the left in, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that in as well, kind of blend the oranges together. I'm kind of going for an ombre effect, but not really. When you see at the end, it doesn't really look that ombre, but in person, you definitely can see the hues of the different oranges for sure. So once that's all settled, I go back into that palette. I actually take a lighter orange, again, still going in and blending in, but I also bring it up towards my eyebrow. So it's going to really kind of gradient that look in. This one's definitely kind of in between, maybe a browner orangey color, and it really just blends out my underbrow into the look. Once I do that, I actually take, forgot to show it, but I take the LA Pro Girl Concealer in the color Fawn. I'm going to take my little eyebrow brush that I was using, and actually I dipped it in and was trying to make this small little oval because again I'm going for a sunset look, so I obviously want it to look like shape of a sun. So I'm trying to make this little oval, pat that in, and then take a blender to blend it out so it's not like sticky and streaky. So I go ahead and blend that out. After that, I go ahead and start on that sunset. So I go ahead and start from that sunset look. So I go ahead and go to my Jaclyn Hill palette into that yellow, and I go ahead and put that on, but it wasn't giving me the exact color payoff I was looking for. So it was a good starter for now, but I definitely wanted something else. So I went into my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette and got this bright yellow. It's called Access. So I went ahead, grabbed that, and oh my goodness, this color was way better after like I dug into it a little bit. You know, that first swipe, thought it was the same, but it definitely got a lot better. So once I do that, I actually went ahead and skipped that I did the other eye. So it was the exact same process, but I'm going to go ahead and get my Stila. It's a glitter thing in burnished sienna is the color. So I take that, and where the yellow and the orange meet is where I was trying to put this at. So it's not exactly perfect on the first eye I did, but that second eye, as you're going to see, I did a way better job of applying it. But you know, to each his own. We all learn, you know, nothing's super perfect all the time. So yeah, as you can see, the second eye is definitely more vibrant, looks a lot better, but it was coming out the way I wanted. So either way, thought it was super cute. So that's what my eye looks like. I went ahead and got my Revlon eyeliner. It's basically called the Revlon Blackest Black. It's a Color Stay Sharp Line eyeliner. It's the ultra classic liquid eye pen. So I go ahead and do that and line my eyes. Once I do that, I go ahead back with that LA Pro Girl concealer and fond, and I actually sharpen my edges out. I know some people put tape when they're doing this stuff, but I just went back and cleaned it up, and it looked great when I, you know, hardened those edges and gave it a clean line. After that, I prepped my eyelashes using the Better Than Sex, the mini one, and I went ahead and put a little mascara on my natural eyelashes, let them go. And then when that was done, I went ahead and automatically put on my falsies. So that's what you see here. That's already set. After that, I go into my Fenty Beauty Hydrating foundation in the color 420. I go ahead and I love the nozzle because instead of putting it on my hand like I usually do, I went ahead and just put it right on my face. And I just took a beauty blender and I just pounded away at my face to get that blended in to give me a nice seamless foundation. Again, I know sometimes my foundation looks a little light. Again, I've been out in my pool and I've been doing some beach days here, so yeah, I'm getting a little darker, but I'm still able to work with my foundation with my bronzy at the end, so it doesn't look too much different, but it's not that drastic of a color change, I think. So either way, I think it still matches me pretty well. After that, I go back to that e.l.f. hydrating concealer in the neutral tan, and I go ahead and tan neutral, and I go ahead and conceal everywhere I want, which is under my eyes. I do go ahead and come a little bit more on my nose just to give me that more, you know, arch contoured nose look. Put a little bit on my nose, my bridge of my nose, under my nose, on top of my mouth, and on my chin as well. So all those spots, you get the foundation, concealer, and then I go back and do the same thing with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn just to add a little bit more, because I think the tan neutral can sometimes become a little light if I leave it by itself. So I always try to add that LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. And once I do that, it's blending time again, and I blend everything back in to give me my desired look. Once I do that, I actually take my Fenty Beauty concealer as well in the color 345, and I take that and I just put it on the bridge of my nose. So it's like a very overt golden toned concealer, so I do that to make it pop a little bit more. And then once I'm done with that and blending that out, I go ahead and use my Revelation Banana deep powder again, and I go ahead and actually start setting my whole face. So once I set my whole face, I go ahead now and grab my favorite stipple brush, and I go ahead to my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the color Mocha Mommy, and I grab that and I go ahead and go to town with bronzing my face. I go on the sides of my face, as you'll see, and I kind of go up towards my temple, and I also will go towards my chin, my nose, and I also contour the tip of my nose. Back and forth with that, and then you'll see me go back to the banana deep powder, and I will go underneath the bronzer as well, just to define it. And I'll just keep bronzing till I feel like it looks good. And then once I do that, you'll see me go ahead and start taking a smaller stipple brush or like powder brush, and I like to try to set in that bronzer. And then I'll take a big fluffy brush, and then I'll start taking off my setting powder. I really don't like to leave it on too long. It'll give like a masky look, which I try to avoid, and most of the time my makeup is matte, so I usually try to use some kind of hydrating spray at the end to really set my look in. So right now I really try to, work off my powder as much as possible, because I don't want to set too much that it looks like cakey, Once I do that, I go ahead and take my blush, and I'm going to take the color Vegas in this Anastasia Beverly Hills blush kit. I did look at it for a bit to decide which one I wanted, but I did go ahead and pick the Anastasia color in Vegas. So I used that, put it on my cheeks, kind of move it up a little bit, because I like to my face to look elongated, so like go up and look like streamlined and direct. So I always like to kind of drag that brush up when I put that on. Once I do that, I go ahead and take my highlighter. This is a brand new highlighter I'm using today. It's from Manny MUA on YouTube. He did a collaboration. Well, he didn't do a collaboration, but he put his product in Morphe with the Lunar Beauty. That's his brand. So I'm using the Moon Prism powder in Jupiter, and I'll be using that to kind of highlight all over my face. And I did not really liking it. I've never really tried Manny's products before. And I just really like the color, honestly. You know, I don't know how fun I am of Manny the YouTuber, but he's definitely a good makeup artist. You can tell I love me some highlight. I kept looking at it like, do I need more? Do I need more? But I let it go. Once I'm done with the highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and start on my lips. So with my lips, I'm taking my MAC pencil and I'm using the color Chestnut. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline my lips. I used to really hate my lips, but now I'm like, ooh, girl, these are some juicy lips, okay? Yeah, I do like my lips a lot more now. When I was younger and in high school and stuff, that was for the birds. But now I'm like, girl, these lips though. So yeah, I'm lining them, and I lined them in completely, so full, almost like I'm putting a lip color. Then I go ahead and go to my NYX lingerie color. So this color is in the color Ruffle Trim. So I went ahead and put that kind of right in the middle of that liner I did, just to give it more of like an ombre effect and like give it more of a natural look. So I really go ahead and set my lips by doing that, and I keep patting my lips in to blend it in. Once I do that, I actually put on some gloss to finish it, because this is just a 3-step lip. And I use today the Fenty Lip Balm Gloss Balm in the color Fussy. Once I finish with my lips, I am completely done. So I set everything with my Mario Badescu Rose Water. Slap my hands around to make it dry faster. And yeah, I am completely done. So as you can see, I changed my shirt. I am smiling. I'm giving life. I'm super excited about this look. It looks so good to me. I think it turned out really well. It's simple, simplistic, a great look for a woman of color. Thanks guys for watching this video. Don't forget to always like, comment, and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. And I definitely appreciate you guys watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.